Ms. Paz, with Vodafone Germany, you are responsible for their corporate responsibility strategy. What would you see as being the most important strands of that strategy?
So Connecting for a Better Future, that's actually the broader company mission, which also is true for us here in Germany. And basically we focus on three areas, which is digital society, its social inclusion and planet. And what we want to do is connecting people with our technology. We want to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind, and that we don't that we save the resources and save the planet and the climate, actually.
So on that topic then of social inclusion, when it comes to digitalization, what benefits do you think that is bringing when it comes to improving livelihoods around the globe?
I think we've got an untapped potential of leveraging digital technologies for well-being of people, not just in Western industry states, but also in emerging countries, be it education, be it better healthcare, or be it mobility and the opportunities to make a living.
And when it comes to those benefits, from your own experience and perhaps as well from the research that your institute is undertaking, do you see that sometimes that girls and women are falling behind a little bit in comparison to boys and men? And is there one or two initiatives that you're aware of that are helping to perhaps address that gap?
Absolutely. Women are still one of the, let's say, if not the largest marginalized group worldwide. And this is not just true for industry countries, it's also true in particular for emerging and developing countries. And this is why the access to technology is key, because it solves some of the key challenges of these women, which is education, it's access to healthcare, but also the opportunity to work, to participate in an economic sense. And there are two examples, one of many actually. For example, M-Pesa. This is the mobile payment solution we invented in Africa, which basically granted access to financial resources to over millions of people, including a lot of women, which for the first time had an opportunity to run a business and make a living. The second one, which we run, is actually F-Lane. This is a global accelerator program for women, and it benefited already 20 startups and over 300,000 people worldwide who are focusing on services and products for female empowerment.
And then looking again at the work of the Vodafone Institute, one of the key findings from your current studies is that there is a higher level of skepticism when it comes to digitalization and its benefits in Europe, particularly in Germany, than there is in other regions of the world. I'm sure there isn't a short-term solution to that, but is there essentials from your perspective as to how to reduce that skepticism?
Absolutely, yeah. The Vodafone Institute did an international study. We compared citizens in European countries with citizens in the US and Asia, in particular China and India. And it turned out that there was kind of a pattern that Western industry states and citizens in these states are much more skeptical towards digitization compared to people in India and China. And our explanation actually was that people in industry states obviously have fears and concerns that they've got much more to lose when it comes to disruptive technologies than emerging countries or like China and India, where people have experienced a lot of, let's say, increase of well-being and career opportunities in the last 10 to 15 years. And I think there is no, let's say, one-size-fits-it-all recipe, but I think awareness for the benefits and the positive potential of technologies and really education, providing competencies to kids and already in schools, that this is essential also for Western industry states to make sure that we get the most out of digitization.
Okay, so education must be center stage then.
Absolutely, yeah, in both emerging and developed countries.